Hello, hello, my Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra, March to April 2020. I am your reader. Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and really happy to be working from home because I work from home every day. So nothing really new going on here for me in that sense, but glad that I can give my creativity a voice. You know what I mean? Help out where I can, how I can. If you are new to my channel, please do like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, as well as please comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you're picking up any pieces of this that resonates with you. Because what we are doing here, a What Do I Need read, it's just about getting different pieces of the puzzle, so to speak. Only 7 cards, one from 7 different decks that I work with regularly, although there's a new one in the mix this time around. I'll introduce that as we go along. Because we're looking at a waxing moon period from a new moon in Aries on the 24th of March to the full moon in April, which is on the 7th of April, so that you can take some, pieces along the way, that if you see certain patterns here in the reading that repeat in your life over the next waxing moon, gives you a little idea of what to be aware of, what to keep an eye out for. I find What Do I Need to be the best question to address to the divine, hence divination systems, divination. Cool. So remember, this is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what does not, and check your other signs, which is why I'm doing sun, moon, and rising signs. And if you can follow your breath, remember to breathe, right? Remember to breathe while you're watching this. Really just remember to breathe consciously. It's going to keep you in the present moment, out of the past, out of the future. Be here now, so you can feel what resonates, just not in this reading, but all the time. Just saying. Much easier, Cancerians. Just got off the phone with a dear Cancerian friend who's picking up on the empathic vibes of everybody's panic and fear of loss and all of that, and just kind of, I didn't need to talk her down. She already knew the language. She just said she needed a verbal reminder. So if this serves in that way during this time of, let's say, stress and confusion, it's a nice way of saying it, sort of, then so mote it be, right? Let me just be the witch, be the healer, be the reader that I am for you all. Cool, cool. By the way, I've always had Cancerians in my life, mostly women, my mother in particular. So I'm always feeling so honored to serve my Cancerian, my crablets, my crab cakes. Cool. I love you all so much. I really mean that. That's not just, oh, I love you guys. It's like, how could I not love my Cancerians, right? Let's do this. We're going to start with the Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. I'll call out the other decks as I go. All the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom. Scroll your way down. There's some cool stuff on the way down there to the decks at the bottom. Cool, cool. Let's do this. Nice deep breath. Let's get your puzzle pieces. Here we go. My angels, please, one card in clarity for this Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising sign. For this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra, March to April 2020, please, what do they need to be aware of, my angels? Let's see. I always throw them face down. All right, lovely Serenity. My God, have I been reminding people about the Serenity prayer. If by some chance you've never heard of the Serenity prayer, where you been? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, I've got my own version of that, which goes something like this. Oh, God, Goddess, all that is, Zeus, Buddha, Jesus, Zan, Jaina, Fred, Wilma, Shaggy, Scooby, Velma, Fred, and danger-prone Daphne. Whoa, grant me the serenity to accept this crazy shit, this mystery I'm living in. I don't know what's going to happen. It's freaking me out, but the courage to change the things I can, like my breath pattern, like my choices to de-escalate, my choice is to step back, my choice is to pray. Those are the courage, the heart to change the things I can within my own psychological nature, moment by moment by moment. And certainly when you're in a more serene place, you're able to see things more clearly. So being that you are not just water signs, but cardinal water signs, creative water signs, you guys can really generate a lot of emotional power. And then add to that the empathic part of it. Keep in mind, you may not be able to control that you're feeling other people's emotions, their stress, their fear, all of that stuff. Remember to breathe like a dolphin. Just blow it out your blowhole, so to speak, and keep your breaths flowing, right? Let it process through you. If you're feeling it, you're healing it. And maybe that's a good thing about us being somewhat secluded, is that we can cry our eyes out and nobody knows about it. Hard to do in public, right? Yeah, I'm a Virgo, I don't cry in public or on camera. Unless they're joy tears, and even then, my face folds up like origami. It's not pretty, I'd rather... Let's ask the goddesses through the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Keep it sunny, keep it funny, keep it gay. Here we go. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for this Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign for this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra. What do they need? Considering the angels are talking about serenity, my goddesses, this is a feminine water sign, divine feminine in them. What is it, the tarot card, that what do they need to be aware of? What do they need? What do they need? What do they need to know? Five of Cups, the storm. The storm will pass, right? Come on, Five of Cups for a Cancerian during what we're going through. Not shocked, not shook. Although it's okay to be shocked and shook, right? Whatever your emotions are, they are changing. Fives are numbers of change, right? So weather the storm. W-E-A-T-H-E-R, weather the storm. It will pass. The skies will be clearer. The ground will be watered and nourished, right? The air will be crisper and cleaner. And I'm talking not just literally, it is raining where I am here on Long Island today, but metaphorically, symbolically, things will be much clearer. There's nothing like a good cry to clear the energy field. The trick is not identifying with the emotion as it comes up and out. Now, I'm going to give you a disgusting metaphor, but it's one I think that if you can catch what it really means on a deeper level, it will help you move through this emotional change you are going through and experiencing. If you are energetically empathic, divine feminine, first wave, whatever you want to call that stuff. When you pop a zit, I told you it wasn't a pleasant metaphor, you don't identify with the pus that's coming out, right? The sebum, right? Whatever you want to call it. It's part of the healing process. So the emotions that are coming up through you may very well be the repressed emotions from people for 100-mile radius around you. We don't know. That's one of the things we can't change. But we can have the courage to know that the emotions coming up, it's not the emotions need healing. The emotions are the sign that there is a healing already underway. We just need to keep squeezing the zit. Now, it's a bad idea to squeeze your zits, by the way. That's how you get cystic acne. Don't do it. But I think the metaphor still works, right? A detox. Allow the emotions to come up and out. Breathe, rest, drink water. Hydrate, bathe, like, oh my God, we're going into, by the way, dark moon in Pisces, the 3 days before... Oh my God, the 3 days before a new moon in Aries is dark moon in Pisces. There's more coming, so I'm glad I'm putting out this reading a little early for that. But also, by the way, a new moon in Aries on a Tuesday is unprecedented in terms for initiations and new life, right? Because Aries, right, first sign of the zodiac on a new moon, first day of the new moon cycle, on a Tuesday, which is the day of Mars, right? Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. So it's Mars, initiation, light a candle. Anything, any intentions you put into play on that are going to be rather powerful, even if it's just a little touch rather than a sledgehammer. but we have to process out those emotions. Look, I'm a Pisces moon. I'm about to go through the one time a year when my Pisces moon gets squeezed in the darkness of the dark moon. It's bad enough in waning. So, you know, I'm going to still be working. I'm going to be crying my eyes out most likely. You know what I do? I sit in the shower. I have a bathtub, but I sit in it. I draw the curtain, I lock the door, I turn the shower on, and I just let the water pour out of me as I just cry and wail. Yes, I'm a great big crybaby, but it has made me a brilliant empath. It really has. It's strengthened my own intuitive faculties, cleansed my intuitive filters, so to speak. So yeah, they always called me crybaby as a kid. You're so sensitive. Guess who made a career out of it? Let's keep going. I was raised by a nursery school teacher. I know all sorts of tricks. She used to have to distract us, right? Let's ask the gods through the Mythic Tarot. Juliet Sharman Burke adore this deck so much. Let's find out what the gods, that other half of the divine energy, the divine masculine, have to say about what you need, my Cancerian crab cakes. Breathe. Oh, that feels so good. One more. My gods, please, one card in clarity for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising sign for this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra. What do they need, considering we've got Serenity and the Five of Cups, the storm, that obviously will pass, right? You know, it's a lot of emotional energy in that one card, so please, that makes sense for the divine feminine energy, my collective divine masculines that I call my gods, please. What do they need this new moon to full moon next, March to April 2020? Four of Pentacles, lovely. Stabilize. Stabilize, rest, right? Hold on. Now, you can see that the guy is clutching those four coins, pentacles, to his chest. So it might very well be, not just protect yourself, we're all having to do that at this moment in history, but it's okay to play your cards close to your chest. The fours are about rest. So while you have this five going on perhaps inside of you, from the outside of you, more the yang, what you're putting out into the world, play your cards close to your chest. You don't need to tell everybody everything what's going on. Now, that's why I love being a Pisces moon. I can be going through something on the inside, and that Virgo sun and my Leo rising, legs crossed Virgos, Leo rising, do your hair, right? No one knows what's going on. That's not being deceptive. That's about having boundaries. So I'm going to say this Four of Pentacles, I'm getting really clear on that. Pull back physically. Take care of yourself. Rest. You know, we could go to a mountaintop at this point and think we could escape the empathic waves coming from all of humanity. I don't think that's going to help at this point because it is global, right? Everybody's dealing with this in their own ways, and so many people are repressing what they're feeling. They're not dealing with their emotions. They're binge watching TV and drinking alcohol and doing something with all that toilet paper. What's all that about? I don't know. I know there's a lot of assholes on planet Earth, but that's an awful lot of toilet paper for one family. You know, so they're not necessarily coping with it. What if we are the clear valves for the pressure cooker? And I have said, if I have to cry my eyes out to keep somebody from offing themselves, okay. All right, then I'm saving lives of people I don't even know. And you know what? The Course in Miracles talks about that in the 50 Principles of Miracles in the first chapter, that miracles affect people in situations of which you are unaware. Worth it. Go have the good cry if you so need it. But now here comes our new deck. Yay! It is, oh, and I just put it over here. It'll take me a while to remember the guy's name. The Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Oracle cards. Really, really cool. Tony Carmine Salerno. Oh, there's a picture of him on the bookie book inside. But what I love about Oracle cards, all written on there. Now, this deck does not call the gods, goddesses, and angels by name. It's just the angel of, the god of, the goddess of. They do by title. So, you know, I thought it was going to be about, you know, ooh, Aphrodite, sweet and flighty, runs around in a see-through nightie. But instead it's like the goddess of union, right? Kind of cool. I'm digging them. Let's do this. Nice deep breath. Oh. My pantheons of angels, gods, and goddesses, please, one card for the Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising signs. What do they need for this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra? By the way, what I'm doing when I do that is they show me the new moon there, and then I follow the 2-week scan to the full moon over there. It's kind of cool. So what do my Cancerians need, my angels, my gods, and my goddesses, from this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra, March to April 2020? Please, my gods, one card in clarity. And there we have it. And you have the Angel of New Life. The Angel of New Life. An exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. Now, is that indicated here in these previous cards? Well, let's see. We've got this card of Serenity, right? Which, you know, that's the angels. They're saying the big, large celestial picture. There's stuff going on you can't change. Duh. But you can have the courage to change the things. You can be serene, be tranquil, chill out, in other words. Because there is an emotional storm going on, but that storm will pass. So, take shelter, trying not to use triggering words here, but, you know, protect yourself, chill out, rest, play your cards close to your chest, because there is something new, right? I'll give you the exact words. An exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. And remember what I said before about the new moon in Aries. It only happens once a year, and it's happening on a Tuesday. When I taught witchcraft for the past 20 years, something crazy like that, we always said there's nothing like an Aries new moon on a Tuesday. It's a perfect correspondent symbolic lineup. So maybe there is something new, and maybe you are clearing out your emotional field. You know, I never want to not feel my sadness when it's there and when it's authentic, because as that hollows out, as I heal and clear that, it makes room for joy, right? That we have to spend a certain amount of time in one emotion before we can move on to the next. And sometimes we can make that quantum leap from sadness to joy all at once, but usually it's more of a slow roll or a ebb and flow of the waves. So definitely I get the part of needing to kind of take care of yourself, emotional self-care, more knowing that if you're feeling it, you're healing it, to give yourself room for that emotion and energy to come up and out, but it's clearing you for the Angel of New Life, right? That there's a whole new chapter of your life about to unfold. So we've got 3 cards left. Let's ask your higher selves through the Whisper of Love Oracle. Shall we? What's going on here? Now, this deck can be very direct, so breathe. Oh, so lovely. Please. Ooh, the higher selves of all involved, the higher self collective, please, one card in clarity, a whisper of love for this Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do they need for this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra, March to April 2020? Please, higher selves, pop the card in my hand. Thank you so much. The whisper of love from your higher self is, you're not going to believe this, embrace your emotions. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Card drop. Oracle card drop. Oh my God. I love when that happens. Does my work for me. It just says everything I just said, right? Embrace your emotions. Inner child work. Oh. Pretend your heart chakra and all the emotions within are a child within you. Don't bother with psychological language. Don't bother with metaphysical, spiritual language. The kid hates that shit. You just gotta go, oh, honey, it's okay. I love you, like an upset 5-year-old or a terrified 5-year-old, right? Or younger. Hold them, cradle them. That's how you love yourself. That's how you embrace your emotions. You don't have to be all, I don't know, wire brush and bleach scrubbing your heart chakra out with crystals and, you know, all that stuff. Be gentle, be calm, be the mothers of the zodiac that Cancerians are. Mind you, I was raised by a Cancer. And a lot of times she said, kid, I love you, but You gotta snap out of this sooner or later. So that wisdom, crabby, 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 pinchy, pinchy. But I love, she's right. My mom, unfortunately, my mom is always right, but fortunately for me, I inherited that. So people have said to me, do you always have to be so fucking right? The difference is I don't take credit for it. I'm like, that's them. I just hollowed my shit out so that I could be a channel of the divine. Don't confuse, well, but we're all divine at our core, right? What is it they say in the Course in Miracles, that the truth of you, oh, I'll put it in a different way, that the gods, the masters, and the angels don't have anything more than we do, except they don't have anything else. Right, so we've got excess marble that needs to be chipped away. That's, again, a paraphrase of something from Course in Miracles. I highly recommend the Course in Miracles for people. It's hard to read, though. But it's supposed to be hard to read because the ego fights it so much that it makes you read the same paragraph over and over and over again. So let's ask the Ascended Masters, speaking of the Course in Miracles, through the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, 4 suits, like many decks of cards will have. The suit of the problem, the suit of luck, the suit of healing, and the suit of grace. Let's see which ones you get. My Ascended Masters. Please, 1 card in clarity for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, from this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra. What do they need? What do they need to be aware of? What do they need to feel? What do they need to deal with for this waxing moon, March to April? We're looking at the problem card of bad choices. Now, here's the thing about that. In the quantum field, there's no such thing as a bad choice. Why? Because the divine plan, the quantum field, whatever you want to call it, one's more scientific, the other more mystical, but the same thing. Different ways of looking at the same phenomena. Is that if you make a choice that you consider bad, remember there's another quantum version of you that makes the other choice. But maybe that one thinks the choice that it made is bad. The truth is that everything that we do has been scripted one way or another. The divine plan, the quantum field, has a way of self-correcting. So if you have to be at a certain place at a certain time, it will rearrange itself. That's also in the Course in Miracles and the 50 Miracle Principles. Go check it out. You'll see. You'll know it when you see it, right? A miracle is an interval out of time, something like that. So perhaps this is about, if you're being isolated, looking back at your bed. Remember, you've got this angel of new life coming with this sort of emotional purge, being told to, you know, embrace your emotions about your bad choices. Have the good cry. Like when a child realizes that it's screwed up, does it really need any more punishment once it gets what it has done wrong or believes it has done wrong? It needs more love, not less. You're an adult now. You don't have to beat yourself up for that. You don't have to be judge, jury, and executioner of your own inner child. Be the loving parent. Embrace those emotions. It's okay, honey. Nobody gets it right 24/7, 365. I love you. We're all doing the best that we can. Here's an opportunity to be compassionate with yourself, because I don't trust people who always make the right choices 24/7. First of all, how boring. Usually those are choices that everybody else says are the right choices. But I'll be honest with you. I used to do cocaine in the 80s. Oh, big shock. It was the 80s, right? Glad I got it done then. When I was a teenager, well, late teens, 18, 19, because I wouldn't touch that shit now. I had to make those bad choices then so that I can make wiser ones now. That's wisdom for you. Wisdom often comes from making bad choices. So be gentle with yourself, right? And if by chance, by the way, this is coming from over here somewhere, if by chance that this is someone else's bad choices that you are dealing with the repercussions of, extend that compassion to them too. Because remember, there are things you can't change, particularly what already happened in the past, but you can change the way that you look at them. You can change with courage to allow the love of your heart to be extended to yourself or another, even if silently, right? And this Four of Pentacles feels like the stability of that, doing this sort of in a solitary sense, guarded, boundaries up. This is lovely for a Cancerian. This is very much the crab shell, right? One more card left, and what could be better than a healing mantra deck card from Matt Kahn? I love ending readings with this. Gives you something to contemplate, some words. Now, this deck is lovely. I use it every day for myself. I've been doing the Wim Hof breathing. If you've caught any of that, I've been talking about it here and there. I mean, I'm just practicing it, learning it myself since January, right? So when I do the breath retentions, I'm often reciting the mantra of the day. So you can really use these in all sorts of different ways. So let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say about your healing mantra, considering you got that embrace your emotion stuff going on. Nice deep breath. Clear that field. My Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for this Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising sign from this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra, considering we're all going to go through that dark moon in Pisces before that new moon on Tuesday. Not quite the Duran Duran song we were hoping for, but please, what is their perfect mantra? My Ascended Masters, that I can make them laugh is kind of cool. I used to think they would be all stuffy until I started meeting them. There were riot, some of them, and a lot of them are pagan. Oh, who knew? All right. So one side of the card is the mantra itself, the other the name of the mantra, and I use the name of the mantra to look it up in the bookie book because there ain't nothing else written on these cards but the name of the mantra and the mantra, right? So you got befriending pain. I told you, this is about embracing the emotions. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. That you made bad choices, right? That what you're going through is punishment. It's not. You're detoxing for a new life. That's so cool. I mean, it sucks, but it's a cool kind of suckery, right? When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. All right, here we go. When you befriend pain, you are allowing limitations to be released from the cells of your body. Not new. Every emotion has a biological, biochemical component in your physiology, right? The hypothalamus creates all, putting together chemicals and amino acids, shooting it through your bloodstream into every cell in your body, right? That's why it's easy to get addicted biochemically to an emotion, right? Because pain is often the result of rapid transformation, it is essential to make friends with it in recognition of how quickly you are evolving. Keep in mind that you're also probably helping process that for hundreds of people as a water sign. Trust me, I'm a Pisces moon about to go through a Pisces dark moon weekend. Help. It might be uncomfortable and sometimes nearly unbearable. I'll sign off on that. But your most profound shifts in consciousness often occur once pain is befriended as an ally of your evolution. It takes a grain of sand in the belly of the oyster to make the pearl of wisdom. I'm telling you, if we could learn through joy all the time, we would. But we often learn more through suffering. We must suffer to learn sometimes, right? Particularly from what we consider bad choices. This mantra is ideal for healing the body, mind, and soul on an energetic level. And that's what I'm getting, my Cancerians. The water signs are working overtime to clear what's going on emotionally that other people do not have the wherewithal or the emotional maturity to deal with, so they are distracting through drugs, through alcohol, through TV, through sex, through distraction in general. Repress for success doesn't work anymore. So you get to clear out your intuitive and energetic fields doing this as well. And please, take a salt bath. I'm going to. I've got my, you can't really say bath salts and have it mean the same thing. I mean the actual mineral salts that have essential oils and stuff in it. So I am going to be soaking in a bathtub, in my bathtub upstairs, to help remove anything excess that I perhaps have already processed, but that might still be lingering. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. So let's look at this. The angels are talking serenity through the storm, right? And that it's okay to guard yourself, to put up your boundaries, to say no. Now, considering so many of us are purposely isolated right now, and for a very good purpose isolated right now, it would make sense, I'm doing these out of order, that it's okay, that it's safe to embrace your emotions, because sure, there appear to be bad choices. Maybe they were made on you or to you rather than you making them. Either way, it's preparing you for the angel of new life. An exciting new chapter of your life is about to unfold, and that you can befriend the pain in that alchemical transition. When discomfort becomes your friend, your most limiting beliefs are healed. Deck drop. That's a really clear reading, my Cancerians. And considering I just got off the phone with one of them before I did this reading, a dear Cancerian sweetheart friend of mine, female, a dear friend, a dear sister, so I was able to remind her of her own emotional intelligence, because when the waves get high, we're like, and the child starts to get out of control a little bit. Call your witch, and by all means toss a coin to your witch. My PayPal me is in the link in the description box below. The link is down there, as well as go check me out in one of my super chats, because I'm having a lot of fun with those, doing those 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. for the foreseeable future while we all crew together through this tricky time on planet Earth that will somehow transform us into the people we came into this life to be. Cool. Let me give you the blessing. May the Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising signs be blessed with all that they need. This new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra, that they may heal, that they may grow, that they may embrace their emotions, that they may prepare for their new life, that they may befriend the pain needed while they keep their boundaries in place and become the very brightest and best that they can be for the well-being of all. So mote it be, and so it is. I love you all so much. Please do like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment, let me know what you're going through out there. And if you notice that all of a sudden you get a thumbs up and a heart, that's me. I think the channel owner is the only one who can do the heart thing. Put the heart on. I can't help it. My inner child loves to make stupid jokes. What am I going to do? I love him dearly, and I love you dearly. So wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this new moon in Aries to full moon in Libra, my Cancerians, my crab cakes, my crablets. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.